Hello and welcome back. My name is Jack B, and as always, thank you for viewing my video. In this episode, we'll look at the situation of the homeless people in the United States. The following are some of the initial sources I referenced for the material I'm presenting. It's interesting that their findings are very similar. Number one, the National Alliance to End Homelessness. Number two, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. Number three, the National Institutes of Health, NIH. And number four, the Journal of the American Medical Association. In January 2024, the National Alliance to End Homelessness reported that over 771,000 people were homeless in the United States. This is the largest number recorded since 2007. 64% of the homeless population lived in emergency shelters, transitional housing, or safe havens, while the remaining 36% were unsheltered. Mental health and substance use are major issues. Affective disorders such as depression, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anxiety disorders, and substance abuse disorders are among the most common types of mental illness in homeless population. These issues make homelessness even worse, particularly in cities like Seattle, where the opioid and fentanyl crisis is a major factor. Los Angeles has the largest homeless population in the United States, although specific numbers for 2024 may vary. New York City had over 140,000 homeless people in 2024. In 2025, Seattle experienced 16,000 homeless people. Mental illness is a major problem among the homeless population. A 2024 meta-analysis published in the JAMA Psychiatric found that 67% of all homeless people currently have a mental health disorder. The researchers examined studies that included nearly 50,000 participants. Using this percentage, the number of homeless people with a mental illness is estimated to be approximately 516,891. HUD's 2024 point-in-time count reported that 22% of adult homeless people met the criteria for serious mental illness. Mental illness and substance abuse disorders are increasing among homeless people. The rates of mental illness are significantly higher among the homeless populations as compared to the general public. The 2024 Journal of the American Medical Association identified the prevalence of specific mental health disorders among the homeless populations. Number one, any substance use disorders, 44%. Number two, antisocial personality disorders, 26%. Number three, major depression, 19%. Number four, schizophrenia, 7%. Number five, bipolar disorders, 8%. The National Institute of Health performed studies globally in high-income countries. They reported the mean prevalence of any mental disorder was estimated at about 76.2%. The most common diagnostic categories were, number one, alcohol use disorders at 36.7%. Number two, drug use disorders at 21.7%. Number three, antisocial personality disorders at 26%. Number four, psychotic disorders on the schizophrenia spectrum at 12.4%. Major depression at 12.6%. Number six, anxiety disorders and PTSD are common in the homeless population. The breakdown of homeless people by city varies significantly. New York City has the largest East Coast population of over 140,000 homeless people. Several major cities on the West Coast, such as Los Angeles and Seattle, also have large numbers. New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Seattle, and Denver together housed over 1/3 of the total U.S. homeless population in 2024. The government's approach to homelessness and mental illness is shifting towards involuntary commitment and away from the previous housing first strategies. This change is largely driven by the 2025 executive order signed by President Trump. This order directed federal agencies to shift policies on the homeless. It directs federal funding towards states and municipalities that enforce laws against public drug use, urban camping, and loitering. It also promotes the expansion of involuntary civil commitments for unhoused people with serious mental illness or substance use disorders. Funding is being redirected away from housing first programs, which prioritize getting people into stable housing before requiring treatment. The new policy prioritizes funding for programs that require participation in treatment. While the order promotes institutional care, it does so without new federal funding, and it also follows significant cuts in the budget for the same programs. This has raised concerns among critics that the government is pushing for a treatment that may not exist due to a lack of resources. The policy shifts move away from a decades-long trend towards community-based care that follows the deinstitutionalization movement years ago. Despite the recent policy shift, several key programs continue to operate. Number one, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration is a key agency involved in addressing the issues of the homeless and their behavioral health. In August of 2025, they announced $19 million in supplemental funding to strengthen the housing capacity for homeless people with serious mental illness. This aligns with the new executive order. Number two, the Projects for Assistance in Transition from Homelessness, PATH. This program provides funds for outreach and services for homeless people with serious mental illness, as well as associated substance use disorders. Number three, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Developments, HUD. Funding priorities are being reevaluated based on the new executive order. HUD does remain the primary federal agency addressing homelessness. Number four, the Permanent Supportive Housing Program is for chronically homeless people with disabilities, including serious mental illness. PSH combines long-term rental assistance with voluntary supportive services. This is awarded through HUD. Number five, the Section 811 program helps develop and subsidize rental housing for low-income adults with disabilities, ensuring access to supportive services. States and local municipalities have their own initiatives, and the executive order is designed to encourage them to adopt its new guidelines. Programs vary, but examples include, number one, the Assertive Community Treatment Program is an intensive community-based service for individuals with severe mental illness that includes a multidisciplinary team providing a 24/7 support. Number two, the Crisis Respite Department Program provides short-term residential support for individuals experiencing an acute psychiatric crisis. Number three, SSI and SSDI Outreach and Recovery. SOAR is a federally funded program that helps eligible homeless adults with mental illness and/or co-occurring substance disorders to apply for disability benefits. Number five, the Mental Health Treatment Courts Program allows some criminal offenders with mental illness to seek treatment as an alternative to incarceration. I believe the role the court system plays in this area is critical not only for the safety and welfare of the homeless people, but also for the safety and welfare of the public. It just doesn't make sense for the courts to allow known criminal offenders and repeat offenders with mental disorders to be re-released back into the streets with just their promise to take their meds. I don't believe we should continue to put the public at risk anymore. If the U.S. can give $20 billion to Argentina, then they can give the state some funding for some type of supervised facility for these people. There should be supervised facilities for homeless people with mental disabilities and substance use disorders. The admittance to these facilities should be involuntary. Well, these are my thoughts for today, and again, whether you agree or not, please verify and confirm the information presented. Thank you. Until next time, take care and be safe. Bye.
Ooh.